experts alike. Join me today as I take you through some of the most unbelievable extinct animals and prehistoric monsters that are alive and were caught on camera. A man was hiking and exploring a long-abandoned rocky cave in the middle of a Michigan forest when he saw something straight out of a horror movie. A full-grown velociraptor darted past him. It was just for a millisecond, but it was real. I mean, according to the man recording it, it circled around, keeping itself hidden. The hiker quickly started recording while trying to escape. The man says if an adult dino is out there, we can only imagine how terrifying it would be if they were breeding. Prehistoric cargo. Imagine seeing a T-Rex on the back of a truck, and if this wasn't a real dino, why would someone go to all the trouble of tying its mouth shut? This creature was huge and totally strapped down, like they were afraid it would wake up and cause all the chaos that we usually see in the movies. It's crazy to even think the government might be behind this, secretly moving dinosaurs around. Napping Dino Giant. You'd think these giant lizards from movies were the only ones around, right? Well, someone had a big surprise in store. Imagine finding a real-life T-Rex lying by a pool. The short clip goes on to show how a group of people were near the pool, filming the creature out of sheer curiosity. Luckily for them, the massive dino was not conscious, probably because someone shot it with a tranquilizer gun. If you look closely, you will see the area was totally messed up before the officers came to take out the dino. The clip owner says the area was eventually evacuated and government officers took the dino somewhere safe. Living baby T-Rex. And all the people who think dinosaurs are just in movies, gather around and think again. A man placed an old night vision camera in a Texas forest. He caught something totally insane on film, a dinosaur. It looked kind of small at first, like maybe a velociraptor or something, but then they saw it from another angle. It was a T-Rex, but its size was smaller compared to an adult. Grown one, which means it was a baby T-Rex. What was it? Are dinosaurs alive? If there is a baby, there ought to be parents as well. What do you think? Pair of Triceratops. If something like this would have happened to me, I would have surely freaked out. So according to the clip owner, he and his family were out on a safari trip when suddenly two giant Triceratops dinosaurs crossed the road right in front of their car. They were so freaked out they started filming. These huge creatures seemed really calm, almost like they were drugged or something. The family said it was as if they were hypnotized and being led to somewhere else, maybe another animal sanctuary. Trail Velociraptor. A trail camera in the Michigan woods captured astonishing footage of a juvenile velociraptor after detecting motion. Known for their speed and ferocity, even as hatchlings, these prehistoric predators were not supposed to be seen here, but here we are. The brief encounter shows the young dinosaur running across the camera, seemingly disoriented, just a few inches away from the camera. Was it lost, confused, or simply playing around? No one knows, but if they are really out there, what can we expect to see in coming years? A whole population of velociraptor roaming around? Tiny velociraptor. Now, take a look at this. As much as I want to say it's just some big lizard, the way it walks on two legs is super weird. This video made several rounds on social media in 2022, featuring a tiny velociraptor on camera. It was hanging out near a cat, and the cat didn't even care. The person who filmed it says they're into breeding animals without mentioning what kind of it. So maybe they're breeding dinosaurs or something like dino hybrids as pets or something crazy like that. It would explain why the cat wasn't freaked out and why the little dino was just chilling. Backyard baby dinosaur.
The Florida homeowner thinks it looks like a baby dinosaur.
As hard as it is to believe it, on June 11th, 2021, a surveillance cam, triggered by motion sensors, caught a super weird creature on camera running through the yard of a family in Florida. It was so strange, people started saying it was a baby dinosaur. The homeowner himself theorized that given the size and nature of this creature, it could and might be a baby raptor, or perhaps even a T-Rex dinosaur, a claim that many on social media seem to support. The video went crazy online, and everyone was trying to figure out what it was. mini sauropods. You know those long-necked dinosaurs? Well, some people think maybe there are tiny versions running around, all thanks to a 2017 clip. A man driving through a forest saw a bunch of weird little creatures there and thought they looked like baby dinosaurs. Sauropods are a dinosaur species with long necks, and many people question whether these creatures could be their offspring. Well, I did some digging, but couldn't really find a lot about this incident, especially given the source remains anonymous. The clip really looks like something out of Jurassic Park, but well, here's the party popper. When I did the frame-by-frame analysis, I found out that they were just squirrels running backward. Aggressive beastly being. A bizarre and terrifying encounter unfolded for a Texas livestock farmer during a routine horseback ride through a nearby wilderness. As he ventured deeper into the secluded area, an unknown life form emerged and launched a surprise attack on them. Now, you guys know how loyal horses are as human companions, but even a horse was taken back and afraid of the creature. His dog also hesitated to intervene, seemingly recognizing the danger posed by the mysterious creature. Luckily for the man, the mysterious animal decided to go its way, leaving the man shaken by the ordeal. Seriously, what was it? Giant insect on loose. Imagine if you ever got to witness all these tiny bugs that we see in our houses grow this big. I will freak out for sure, and well, people in Ohio also did when they first spotted this crazy creature on their rooftops in March 2022. And if that was not enough, it was then again seen crossing the road with cars in the background. This thing looked like a weird hybrid of a huge spider with a lizard. It had long, strange legs and a tail sticking out. To this day, no one has any idea what this creature was, but it seemed to be pretty comfortable roaming around in open places like that. Loch Ness Monster.
For hundreds of years, visitors to Scotland's Loch Ness have sworn that they have seen a monster coming up from the depths.
In January 2023, an incredibly crazy thing showed up off the coast of North Carolina. A guy named Daniel Griffey filmed it underwater and said it looked like a water dinosaur.
Look at that. I stood up real quick and I said, oh my gosh, it was kind of like we saw a dinosaur.
Needless to say, people over the internet went crazy, saying it was the Loch Ness Monster or the legendary water dinosaurs, but hold your horses, cause I did some digging and found an animal expert named Ron McGill who thinks it was probably just a big whale instead of a supersized ancient reptile.
This was just a classic appearance of a smaller whale, just coming to the surface briefly there.
Walking woolly mammoth.
It claims to show an animal that went extinct 4,000 years ago, still alive and in the wild.
We've only ever seen woolly mammoth bones, right? It is our imaginations that brought these colossal creatures to life. Well, that changed in 2012. Someone posted a crazy video of a live woolly mammoth walking around what looks like a forest clearing to me. The clip went viral, and knowing that these giant fuzzy elephants died out thousands of years ago, it totally blew away people. To make it even weirder, there was another video from a trail camera of a tiny baby mammoth forcing people to believe that these extinct animals are still present here. Existing saber-tooth. For years and years, we thought saber-toothed tigers were just made-up monsters, and we never believed in their existence, let alone extinction. But then these crazy videos started popping up. A wildlife photographer was crossing the African wilderness during one of his adventures when he came across a tiny but still scary saber-tooth locked up in some village in Africa. The villagers asked him to keep their location disclosed. The man then just shared a small clip of a saber-toothed predator that one of the locals had. The animal was locked in a cage and looked to be a juvenile. And then there was this other video of a huge one being walked down a busy street in LA. Like, what? Are we on a movie set or something? But the first one looks a real deal. Ancient shark species. The ocean is huge and we haven't even seen most of it, so it's no surprise we're still finding things like this. Yes, a bunch of people were diving off the coast of Japan when they stumbled upon a giant creepy looking shark with a gaping mouth. It's called a frilled shark and it's been around for 80 million years. Scientists say it survived this long because it has slow metabolism and is really good at adapting, the two evolutionary traits that help them survive this long. And while these sharks are considerably smaller in size and stature, the grip that they have with their teeth is much more powerful compared to any of the contemporary shark species it shares the ocean with. Rare shade of dolphin. In September 2021, these people on a whale-watching trip got the gimpos of a lifetime when they saw a pink dolphin. They were totally blown away by this beautiful creature since they had never seen anything like this ever before. They were really keen to capture the rare animal on their phone. The pink dolphin stood out so much against the gray ones. Appearing unicorn. Unicorn in real life? Everyone knows they're just made up. Well, a user from Instagram claims to have seen a real one and posted a video. At first it looked like a normal white horse, but then he noticed a weird pointy thing on its head. And this is not the only sighting of these mythical creatures. Another person said he saw a full-grown unicorn at an event, but many people over the internet think that it was just a regular horse with something stuck on its head. Tasmanian tigers. Imagine a mix between a wolf and a tiger. This was a Tasmanian tiger for you. The fearsome animal known to live in Australia and Tasmania. It was last seen alive in the Hobart Zoo. In 1933, they filmed this magnificent creature and uploaded it online in 2012 with a color version coming in 2021. People think it went extinct because of dingoes, those wild dogs who were better hunters. Humans also messed things up by cutting down trees and destroying their habitat, not to mention the incessant hunt because farmers and villagers thought that the tigers were attacking their sheep. The last 2 Tasmanian tigers died in captivity, and the species is now considered extinct. Domesticated griffins. The legendary griffin, a creature of myth with a lion's body and an eagle's head, has been captured on film. Once thought to be a figment of human imagination, this mythical beast was brought to life in this shocking video. According to the uploader, the creature belongs to a Saudi prince, whose identity remains undisclosed. Given their luxurious lifestyle, I am not surprised a Saudi prince would like to own a pet like griffin. These animals are revered in ancient Greek, Roman, and medieval cultures, and are considered guardians of treasures. The dodo bird. A shocking discovery has rocked the scientific community. Footage from October 2022 appears to show a living dodo bird, a long-distant cousin of our modern-day ducks. Believed extinct since the late 17th century, the flightless creature was once native to Mauritius. Its bulky body, small wings, and hooked beak are unmistakable. Human activities led to the dodo's demise, making its potential survival an extraordinary find. If verified, this discovery could revolutionize conservation efforts and offer hope for other endangered species. The living vampire. The legend of the Chupacabra has long been dismissed as folklore, but take a look at this recent encounter in Nashville, Tennessee. Do you think after all that they are a real deal? So a local farmer experiencing livestock losses attributed to a blood-sucking predator spotted a canine-like animal. Having looked into Chupacabra, he was certain this animal matched the description of the mythical animal near Radnor Lake. What next? He set the trap and caught the subadult Chupacabra. At least this is what he claims it to be. What do you guys think? Extinct coelacanth found. Imagine coming across something considered extinct for years. In a remarkable discovery, a team of divers off the coast of South Africa had a face-to-face meeting with a colossal coelacanth. This rare, ancient lobe-finned fish, once believed extinct, continues to dodge extinction, residing in the depths of the ocean. Their elusive nature and fragile habitat make these encounters incredibly rare and precious. Both species, Latimeria chalumni and Latimeria menadoensis, are critically endangered due to bycatch and habitat disturbance. The divers' extraordinary experience highlights the importance of marine conservation efforts to protect these living fossils for future generations. Disappeared species surfaces. In another groundbreaking discovery, a giant tortoise believed extinct for a century was found alive on Fernandina Island in the Galapagos in 2019. Initially unidentified, the creature was handed over to Yale University scientists who confirmed it as the elusive Chelonides fantasticus. This remarkable find defies belief given the harsh island conditions and the threats posed by both nature and human interference. The Galapagos National Park is now on a mission to uncover more of these extraordinary creatures and ensure the survival of this once thought-lost species. Folklore comes to reality. Anyone who either came face to face with a mermaid or caught it on camera ought to consider himself lucky, and this diver is one of those lucky few. So he was using underwater cameras to monitor fish behavior when he captured this astonishing clip. In a brief but extraordinary sequence, a mermaid-like creature emerged from the depths, approaching the camera before the battery unexpectedly died. The man uploaded the video on the internet, and as expected, people are once again debating about the possibility of aquatic humanoids, aka mermaids. Gharial crocodile. Meet the older version of modern-day crocodiles. The gharial is a truly remarkable creature, a living relic from prehistoric times. Its elongated, narrow snout, lined with 110 razor-sharp teeth, is perfectly adapted for catching fish, its primary diet. Unlike its more powerful crocodile cousins, the gharial relies on speed and precision rather than brute force to capture prey. Unfortunately, this unique adaptation has made the gharial vulnerable to human activities. Habitat loss, pollution, and accidental entanglement in fishing gear have pushed this ancient species to the brink of extinction. Known to grow 2-4 meters depending on the gender, they need urgent conservation efforts to ensure their survival for future generations. Last living canine giant.
Jesus, stay away from it too.
A sensational video surfaced on YouTube in December 2020, claiming to capture a living dire wolf. The clip goes on to show the prehistoric canine moving and jumping all around the area and was said to be the last living of its kind. These magnificent animals are known to be large, prehistoric canines that lived in North and South America during the Pleistocene epoch and were thought to be extinct some 10,000 years ago until this footage came out. You can guess the kind of intense debate it must have started on social media about the possibility of a surviving dire wolf population. If it's real, I wish there to be a pair of them so at least they can start reproducing and restoring the species.
Jesus, stay away from it too.
Appearing Loch Ness. Now this banger video has started a whole new debate about the existence of unknown sea creatures. Filmed off the coast of Mexico, the footage shows a colossal entity with a prominent neck emerging from the water. People on a small-sized yacht that was seen close by didn't spot the mysterious animal, but the creature's size, as compared to a nearby yacht, is truly staggering. You and me, we are all interested in knowing what this thing truly is. But no definitive answers have been provided yet by the experts. Ancient egg hatching. A TikTok video has sent shockwaves through the internet, potentially providing the first ever visual evidence of a dragon. The clip shows a peculiar, soft-textured egg hatching, revealing a tiny creature bearing striking resemblance to a baby dragon towards the end of the video. Despite some rigorous searching, I couldn't find any details mentioning any whereabouts of the creature, which only made me and many other viewers even more curious of what it could be. While the video's authenticity and the creature's ultimate fate remain uncertain, by the looks of it, it seems like this weak new hatchling may not have survived. Gigantic under mystery. A live feed from an offshore oil rig captured an unbelievable sight. A colossal creature, reminiscent of something from prehistoric times, gliding through the depths. The creature's immense size and elongated neck strongly suggest it could be a plesiosaur, a marine reptile believed extinct for millions of years. This extraordinary footage caught the attention of even the most seasoned marine experts who are now debating about the possibility of surviving prehistoric life in the ocean's deepest recesses. I mean, there is a good chance these experts think that some of the prehistoric monstrous creatures that took refuge deep down in the water may have survived and lived on. Observing duende. A bizarre incident unfolded during a school swimming competition in Oklahoma City in May 2021. A spectator captured footage of a small, otherworldly creature perched on a ledge, observing the event. Initially mistaken for a cat, closer look revealed an entirely different and perplexing entity. The creature's appearance looked eerily similar to that of the mythical duende, a small, mischievous, spirit-like being from folklore. Despite its unusual presence, the creature posed no threat and seemed content to be an unnoticed observer of the aquatic activities. Meddling Yeti.
Господи! Ой ты, батюшки мои, боже!
A group of campers in the Russian wilderness had a close encounter of the hairy kind, a Yeti. While gathering firewood, they returned to their campsite to find a colossal, white-furred creature rummaging through their belongings. Identified as a potential Yeti, the creature accidentally sprayed its eyes with a can of pepper spray, becoming instantly distressed and aggressive, leading to a chaotic scene as it attempted to escape. Startled, it almost crushed the campers before tripping and falling down the hill. Look at the fall of this creature. Do you think it's a real-life Yeti caught on camera?
Господи! Ой ты, батюшки мои, боже!
Unexpected tree tenant. A hiker's peaceful trek took a startling turn when he encountered a creature straight out of nightmares. Standing at the entrance of a tree burrow, the entity bore a striking resemblance to a goblin, a mythical being often associated with fairy tales. Unfortunately, fading daylight hindered the hiker's ability to capture clear photographic evidence, but he claimed that this small creature with a broad smile is a real-life goblin caught on camera by him. So, do you believe this guy's story? Offloading Triceratops. A leaked video from 2014 recently went viral on the internet, and it has taken the social media by storm, and for all the right reasons. What you are about to see in the footage is a colossal Triceratops being unloaded from a transport truck in Indonesia. The existence of a living dinosaur, a creature long believed extinct, has divided the viewers. Some think a government cover-up, with the dinosaur seemingly sedated to facilitate its transport. Others say it's not possible for animals like dinos to be alive and in captivity. But if it is indeed true, and government is hiding them from us, we can only speculate what else might be hidden from the public. Washed ashore Megalodons. A shocking discovery rocked the world in October 2013 when a massive unidentified marine creature washed ashore in Australia. Initial reports from beachgoers described a huge carcass, later rumored to be a megalodon, a prehistoric shark believed extinct for millions of years. Authorities swiftly removed the carcass and suppressed information, forcing witnesses to delete their photos and videos. However, drone footage captured the extraordinary moment, which was later uploaded on the internet. What next?